Western medicine has become a powerful and widely effective system of healthcare. Emerging from the scientific revolution, Western medicine has become the standard in much of the world, providing consistent, pragmatic treatments that are typical of the scientific method. However, traditional or alternative medicine has continued to exist, and in some ways is experiencing a resurgence. There are pros and cons to each method, however, and either taken in isolation can be an inadequate solution, as we shall see in the unfolding drama.
Dallas, no way.
It was a normal day for our protagonist when he decided he wasn't feeling too hot.
I don't feel so hot. Get over here.
What's wrong?
Babe, after years of trying, we're finally pregnant.
Our protagonist was so caught up in his baby mama drama that he forgot that WebMD, while similar to the statistical approach he was used to at his doctor's, was not a replacement for a trained professional.
Wait, what do you mean it's physically impossible? Why are you talking about my penis? Oh.
Babe, go see a real doctor.
The doctor can see now.
So, what seems to be the problem?
I've been getting belly aches all day. My jeans don't fit anymore. I keep rewatching the episode of Friends where Ross gets with Rachel. I don't know.
Well, you're pregnant.
Are you sure? Cause
No, you're Kim K pregnant. You're Mariah Carey pregnant. You're 16 kids and counting pregnant. Yeah, bro, you're pregnant.
could I see that for a second? Thank you. See, carry the 2, add the 4. Yeah, see? I don't think it adds up.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
Mm-hmm. What is this?
That is a prescription for our broad spectrum antibiotics.
What was that?
It's a med school thing.
I think I need a second opinion.
I can get you a second opinion. Hey, yo, Frankie!
What can I help you with?
See, what's your name again?
Vincenzo.
Yeah, you see, Peter here doesn't want our antibiotics.
Oh no, those are overprescribed. What he needs is Cure-It-All. It's the perfect drug for what ails him.
You don't even know what's wrong with me.
You don't need to. Not when Cure-It-All is concerned. You should have seen the presentation. They had sandwiches.
You know what? That doesn't sound too bad.
Good job, Frankie. Cure-It-All would like to show its appreciation by taking you to lunch.
Well, okay, Stacy, but I don't think anything could top yesterday's excursion to Red Lobster.
Ha 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 ha.
Those branded sponsors doctors make me sick.
Me too.
I mean, it should be me, you know?
Our hero had just been exposed to some of the negatives of Western medicine. Bioreductionism, or the idea that an illness can be reduced to a single cause and can be treated with a single solution, which is usually pharmaceuticals, can lead to checklist-type diagnoses and the prescription of very generalized drugs. This can lead to misdiagnosis and may weaken the doctor-patient relationship. The fact that the Western medical paradigm holds a privileged status over other health paradigms may lead doctors to excessive certainty or belief of the infallibility of their methods, despite contradicting evidence. The capitalist nature of the economy does mean that sometimes things become about profits rather than the well-being of the patients. The current medical system is already prone to these risks because of a reliance on third parties for testing and pharmaceuticals. An example of this is the pharmaceutical industry's tendency to bribe or coerce doctors into prescribing their brand of drugs in return for some kind of compensation. This can lead to overprescriptions or incorrect prescriptions of certain pharmaceuticals, again emphasizing profit over the patient's health. It might suck to be you, but at least you're not a member of a vulnerable community. The power dynamic between doctor and patient can be exacerbated in the case of new immigrants, women, Aboriginal people, and people with lower socioeconomic status. The assumption that the doctor always knows best can also make it harder to include a patient's unique beliefs and needs into a doctor's individual healthcare paradigm. This can lead to healthcare systems that are less accessible to vulnerable populations who may need them the most.
So what do I do now?
Hey man, I'm not a big fan of Western medicine either. I'm just here to get a prescription. I've got glaucoma.
Wow.
But I got this guy down the street who specializes in alternative medicine. Dude's candles are off the hook.
Excuse me.
Welcome. I foresaw your arrival, my friend. Why don't you hop up on the table?
Anytime I go to anywhere, I couldn't get the right answer I needed. I went to the doctor and they gave me this cure-all. And
You brought Cure-It-All into my place of business. This is a government conspiracy to read your brain. I'm sorry. I became upset. What we will do to begin the healing process is a spirit milk diagnostic. You're going to drink this of the spirit milk. As the spirit milk seeps into your body, you will begin to experience a revelation about your own illness.
right away?
Right away.
Wow. This is better than Cure-It-All.
That's enough to begin. Can you feel it?
Not really.
Oh, I'm sensing some negative energy. You have to feel it from yourself. This is a deeply rooted problem that you have stored. You are harboring a spirit of evil.
So, is this spirit milk thing even proven by science?
It is proven by my intuition, by my deep connection with the cosmos. Trust, my son.
Dad?
While natural medicine can address the unique characteristics of the individual, preventative care, and equal power dynamics between doctor and patient, there are still drawbacks. A lack of standardization means practitioners of alternative medicine are not held to the strict standard clinical practitioners are. In certain treatments, such as chiropractic and acupuncture, official certification is required, but people who practice herbal medicine, aromatherapy, crystal healing, and other alternative treatments do not need standardized training or certification. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's good for you, but because of a lack of pharmacological knowledge amongst practitioners, treatments can unintentionally be harmful to the user. There is also a trend in alternative medicine of patient blaming, where the patient is blamed for the failure of the treatment rather than the faulty practices of the doctor. An excessive adversity to Western practices in Western medicine can also limit potential treatments and may not lead to treatments that will be the most effective overall. With nowhere left to turn, our hero was forced to use his own methods.
And once it's in there, next thing you want to do, keep in mind we have to fill it here. You're going to elevate the main line of the graph like this.
What the fuck?
I don't think that's the best idea.
Then what is?
Neither of these work in isolation. The best way to approach healthcare is a holistic approach that takes into account the unique needs of the patient and makes use of a network of health practitioners with diverse areas of experience, both qualitative and quantitative.
So how can the different healthcare paradigms learn from each other?
Actually, both practices, Western and alternative, can benefit from the inclusion of the other. Alternative medicine has the opportunity to become safer through standardization and improvement of qualitative research techniques. And Western medicine gains a necessary facet of increased participation of the patient in finding healthcare solutions that are personally and culturally appropriate for them.
But how does this integrate both science and society?
When it comes to which paradigm is better or which creates the optimum healthcare system, the quantitative performance is important, but the cultural aspect of a society normally dictates which one will be more successful. For example, in Hong Kong, traditional Chinese medicine was eliminated through British colonization, which emphasized a clinically centered healthcare system. Since their recognized independence in 1997, Hong Kong has since begun to reincorporate traditional medicine into their practices to reflect authentic cultural values.
How could these two approaches or paradigms be integrated?
This involves facilitating collaboration and synthesis of different healthcare paradigms to create a diverse and holistic portfolio of patient options. Having access to multiple treatment options empowers the patient and creates a more trusting environment.
Maybe we should be doing all of that.
Don't you